putting together a little video here about the lathe. I got it into the shop. I had every intention of shooting some footage of us actually being able to unload it with the forklift truck and moving it around with the forklift truck, but it just didn't happen. Didn't happen for, I forgot to film it, and it didn't happen because the tripod and camera and everything would have been in the way of us trying to maneuver it between machines and get it set in position. But I do have some shots of where I brought it into the shop after I got it into the shop, and kind of a overview of the lathe, and I actually tried to clean it up a little bit before I put it in position. You can probably see it behind me. That'll probably be its permanent resting spot, so I didn't really want to get all that grease, oil, chips, everything that was on the lathe onto the floor underneath where it's going to go permanently. So I'll bring you back. There's some video of us after it got into the shop, of me trying to clean it up a little bit, and some close-ups of the lathe. So here we go. Okay, so here it is. It's off of the trailer. Now, I didn't film any of it taking it off of the trailer because we were having some issues getting the thing balanced and on the trailer, and it was in the middle of a parking lot, and I really didn't have a place to set the camera up. But what I'm going to do is film it, us moving it. Now, as you can see, well, you can't see. I have to turn the forklift around so that we can pick it up the other way, because it's going back in over there, and I've got to drive it in reverse of what it is now. So what I'll do is I'll put the forklift over here where we're positioned right now. Let me explain something else. I rented this forklift. That forklift that wouldn't pick it up is rated for 2,700 pounds. The forklift that I rented was 5,000 pounds, and I got to tell you, the thing struggles to pick it up. I can't believe how much this lathe weighs. But anyways, so I've got to turn the forklift around. It'll be positioned right where we are right now, where the camera is, facing in towards the lathe. And what I'll do is drive it over here and bring it in between the mills. Now, the way it is right now, it won't fit between the mills. It's got to be kind of pivoted at a little bit of an axis at an angle to miss going in between the mills. I'll bring it over here, and then it's going to get parked in this area here, against that wall. But what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to back it up. I had my grandson over here this morning. It's kind of, it's probably around 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to, he came over before he had to go to work. He's going to come back this afternoon. In the meantime, come back this afternoon and we'll put it over in place. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up, back it up over towards that drain in the floor, and kind of power wash it off a little bit. There's a lot of stuff on it, caked stuff too. So I'm going to power wash it off, and then we'll repick it and take it back over there and set it in. But I will film all of that. So I will bring you back. So I moved this thing back. I got it closer to the drain. It's just packed, caked with grease. It's unbelievable how much grease is on this thing. It's just caked with gunk. So what I want to do is I want to try and power wash it before I set it back in place so that I can, probably not getting much there because it's really dark. I want to power wash it before I set it back in place so that I can. I don't want to power wash it over by the machines and get a lot of moisture and wet, get the other machines all wet. But I'm going to set up a tripod and I'll show you me power washing the thing. So I'll bring you back. One of the things before I start power washing it down, what I'm going to do is spray it down. I've got purple power. What I'll do is I'll spray it down, power wash it, try and get all the major stuff off of it, and then come back over with the purple power and then power wash it again. Okay, so I couldn't get the power washer to start. So what I did was just sprayed it down with that purple power and then hosed it off with a garden hose. It's going to have to be good enough. I'm going to have to get it back into where it goes. And then I can get the fork truck is out of here tomorrow morning. So I'll get it back in there and I'll just have to work on cleaning it up and tearing it apart and kind of getting it back into working order over in where it's going to go. But I'll bring it back. What I'm doing is I'm just throwing some WD-40 on it for the meantime. I don't really know when I'm going to be able to get to it to work on it, to start cleaning it up, putting a vapor rust on it. So I just want to get a little protection on it. That'll be good enough. I'll bring it back. I'm just shooting a little video here. This is after I sprayed it off with the hose. So hopefully if you compare it to the previous videos, you'll see that I got a lot of the stuff off. Now the hose didn't actually take it off. I actually ended up scraping a lot of it off and then putting the purple power on and then hosing it off and doing it a couple of times, and by no means is it anywhere near clean yet. So I just kind of wanted to give you a shot of it. I'm probably going to post a video this week, and it's going to be about this. Sorry for the shaky camera too. I'm also looking to get maybe a gimbal for a GoPro, but I'm probably going to post a video this week about this, getting it into position in the shop. And then we'll go from there. There will be other shop update things coming after that.
See?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
This one looks so cool.
DC. What does this say up here? Does it say anything?
American Tour.
Spindle speeds.
Wow. So this must be super high torque, huh?
I don't know. Oh, back here, can you see this? Nah, I think it's just oil. The door.
Yes. It's nuts when you look at it though. Like you look at it, you're like, okay, there's a little bit more metal here than there is in the mills.
Right. I can't believe that head has to be so heavy.
You know, think of it, it's all gears. You know, they're like literally as close together as you can make materials fit. You know. It's cool. You can see the red. Like there's like four different colors of paint in it.
I wonder what the original color was. That green? Or no, I think that red is under the green. It looks like somebody put house paint on it. This white stuff. Kind of wanted to shoot some footage too of a little overview of the machining area in the shop now. I don't know if you'll remember from previous videos, but here I had where the surface plate is, I had a nut and bolt storage bin and also a tool storage cabinet that was on rollers sitting there. So I've moved that over to the other side of the shop and kind of put the surface plate in its place. Now all of this stuff got moved out of the way so that we could get the lathe back in there. But here's the Cincinnati mill, the horizontal mill, the two K&T horizontal mills, the other lathe, the Grizzly lathe, and this is where the new lathe is going to be resting for. Yeah, this is probably going to be its permanent spot. And then over there is the vertical mill. But I just kind of wanted to give you kind of an overview of how it lays out now. I have this table in the middle here. I built this table and it's got components in it. You know, there's spindles, taper attachments. The middle I'm left open because I think I'm going to build some kind of a racking system where I can get bins in there for drill bits, different size drill bits. But anyways, then I moved the stand over here that holds the blocks, stuff that I use for attaching to the mill beds. But anyways, there it is. There's the lathe.